to Moms in Paradise,
where we swap stories, drinks, share laughs,
and remind ourselves that
paradise isn't a place.
It's a mindset.
I'm Glenda.
I'm Sharika.
I'm Najila.
I'm Georgette.
And welcome to Moms in Paradise podcast.
Welcome back to Moms in Paradise. You're here with me, your host for this episode, Georgette and Sharika. Oh, look at that. Alright guys, we're going to be doing this very fast right now. We're going to be talking about our drink choice this weekend. And it's called, okay, I have two of them. We have a boozy strawberry lemonade, and for us non-alcoholic drinkers, we just have a regular strawberry lemonade that I made. Yay! All right, because you know how Najila wants us always to tell us what we have. This time, I'm gonna tell you, I cheat. This time, I did not go fully fresh. I cheated. I went with lemonade, and then some strawberry.
Some actual strawberry?
No, not the actual strawberry. That was I cheated. I used the syrup. Yes, to get it done. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be cupping, glassing our lemonade. Can you shake it up? Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. All right. So you're gonna pour. All right. Good. Yes. And we're gonna top them off with a little bit of Sprite just to add a little fizzle. And you know, I like to garnish because how else can you enjoy a wonderful cup of mocktail? A nice mocktail. This is a good mocktail. Not too much. Top it up. And then, because I'm fancy. And there you have it. One strawberry, well, two actually, two strawberry lemonades. So the alcoholic version has in Tito's vodka, yes, a little bit. Well, then my consideration of what is a little bit of Don Q as well. Well, we'll see you back when we're joined with our guests on the couch. Bye. Hi, welcome back. Now we're here together with our guests. Everyone has their drinks.
Yes, Summer.
Everyone, can we have a cheers quickly, guys? Remember, we have to look each other in the eyes because we can't cheers. Right? 2, 3. Cheers. 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 Great. Now we're here. Just one thing that we're going to add for today. It's going to be a bit different. As you can see, again, like I said, we have our guests. I'm going to introduce them. We have Marvio Cooks. And we have, of course, half of our team of the production, Alston Lawrence. Less than half. And then, of course, we will have productions where you'll be hearing some commentary in the background. He is also a man. Our husband on this day,
on Sundays. Only Sundays. When we tape.
He is a father. He is a man in society. And that is no other than Pete. No, let me stick with Pete. Okay. All right, guys. As we know that it's Men's Mental Health Month, and as well as it's Father's Day. With Father's Day should be celebrated also every day, as well as Mother's Day. But we're gonna just aim this conversation here in regards to Mental Health Month for men, of course, and Father's Day. So there's a few questions that we have. That I'm sorry, I'm very old school. I have it on a paper.
There's a lot of questions.
It's not that much because the conversation is gonna flow. We're gonna talk about it. There's gonna be, the different things that we're gonna weigh in on, and of course, we want your honest, unfiltered, honest answers.
Be careful what you wish for.
I know, but you know.
Let's go.
I mean,
Are you guys ready for that?
Are you ready?
Georgia, you gotta know your audience. So
No.
not the one behind the one in front of you. Just be careful what you wish for.
Ooh! Wow.
Alston, no problem. All right.
Alston is
So, before we start, is there anything you guys want to jot down? Yes, we want to talk about our socials, please.
social.
Moms and
We're having a
all the
moment.
way off guard.
We're
Moms
feeling
and
our
Paradise podcasts on Facebook, Instagram,
Spotify.
YouTube, Spotify. And our email, momsandparadisesxm@gmail.com. Definitely reach out. Definitely watch the 2 episodes that we had out. Recently, we had the one with Essence and Mind with a great conversation with me, Najila and Shanice. These two couldn't make it. Their absence was felt. But we definitely had a good time in their absence. And then we had the one with our 1-year anniversary with Tammy and Crystal, which a lot of you liked. And we're going to need to have Crystal back, and we're going to need to have Tammy back so we can enjoy some more of those cakes because it was a good time.
It was a good time.
So if you haven't, definitely check those out. Those are up on YouTube and Spotify. And of course, if you just want to see clips, just send the moms a message or anything of the sort. Just keep up with what we have going on. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, Moms in Paradise Podcast, and then again, Spotify and YouTube, Moms in Paradise Podcast. Definitely follow, share, like, comment, all the things. Let us know what you're thinking.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. All right. So we're going to head right into it. We're going to jump right into it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So please let me know if you understand the question, if you feel like we should break it down a bit. But I think that you guys will understand it and be able to provide. Yes. Provide your honest response. So I'm going to start with the first question. What is one belief about masculinity that you think most harms men's mental health, and how can we change it?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
That was a queen show question.
Okay. What is one belief about masculinity that you think most harms men mental health, and how can we change it?
Well, I think one of them is that men don't have feelings. Or that we shouldn't show feelings. Or that the only feeling we have is anger for some reason. Masculinity seems to be something that's attached to a certain sense of
The tough guy.
yeah, the tough guys, not only just the tough guys, just kind of
Yes. Suck it up. Boys don't cry.
yeah, boys don't cry, lone wolf. You have to be the guy to figure it all out on your own. There's no team for you. If you do talk about how you're feeling, you're all of a sudden a burden to somebody, and that's an internal thought. Well, some people make it
An
an
external.
external thing. You might see somebody be like, "Oh, come on, man, just come here with that."
Yeah.
You should be able to handle that on your own. So I think that's one of the the harmful things, because then what happens is that it's perpetual in a sense where you see the little boy sees that in their dad or in their uncle. And then because that's how they grew up, when the boy comes and says, hey, they might be crying or they might feel some way, but hey, stuck out,
Yeah.
And now there is a moment for being able to be tough and push through, but it's not to the detriment of the person's feeling, in the sense of, hey, there's some things you should be able to talk about. Maybe you can't do it in the setting that you're in, but get a private setting with the person and have that conversation. You have to need those spaces.
Be vulnerable.
Yeah. We don't like that word, but
Why don't we like that word?
because of the target of that part. Exactly. Being vulnerable means weakness in some sense, but it's not. It's fine. But we do need the spaces to be able to say, hey, I'm not okay. And I need to know how to handle not being okay. I need to also know that it's okay to tell somebody
That you're not
that
okay.
I'm not okay.
Without judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part.
But do you feel that you have those spaces currently right now?
Yeah, no, not really. Not in a general sense, like how women can kind of just come on and say I'm not okay, and there's going to be a
flock
of help and or some sort of admiration.
But first you have to get to the place of saying
that you're not.
First you have to get to the space of saying that I'm not okay, because there's still a thing. I think it's different for men and women, but the same in the sense of, depend on which part of your life you at, you still feel like I'm supposed to be okay. Like, this is part of why we started the Moms in Paradise, to let people know that it's okay to not be okay, to say I am struggling in this part of my motherhood journey, I'm struggling here, this is what I'm going through. Nobody never tell me that this was a problem, but I'm dealing with it now. So not to compare, because two different lives, but it's also to give yourself the space or get to the point where you can say I'm not okay, and to not feel ashamed of it, because
and that's the part.
Yeah.
That's really the part. And especially in the Caribbean. And also
especially in the Caribbean. We still hold on to that.
Yeah, we still hold on to it.
We hold on. We in the Caribbean, we're perpetual, are very good at shaming others.
Yeah.
So, and then people walk around with that shame and never give the space or a place, because again, you're not able to say, hey, I feel a way about this. But going back to saying, I feel like women have a better, or not better, but women create communities where they feel comfortable sharing that they're not okay. Do men also have their communities where they do that and build those communities?
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Why is it not the same?
Because it's basketball.
Let's
meet up, let's play games.
Yeah.
See, with men, we're not wired the same as women at all. So your way of dealing with things will never work for us.
Okay.
In fact, if we see each other doing that, we'll call each other, "Are you women now, man?" There's a bunch of women in here now, man. It's a lot of feelings.
But isn't that's where the masculinity comes in?
Not necessarily, because one thing too is, unlike women, men cannot and should not talk to everybody. It's not everybody you tell us.
Agree.
Which is understandable.
And it's the same
But
for
same
women.
for women.
Not everybody's different.
Right. But y'all got communities. We would never have communities, because men are we're still partly going through this like transition of, not transition, we're going through this evolution of, from when we were like had to fight, and we really had to, masculinity meant you need to express some sort of dominance in whatever it is you're doing. Meaning the strongest guy is going to leave here with a woman. Is going to get a better job. That thing, that is still that competitiveness amongst men is still very important to be in a man. And so you have to be extremely careful to be vulnerable amongst other men, because it's a pecking order. And that is a real thing. You know? And the more you head out the shell, the more other men going in that too.
I'm coming for your neck.
I'm coming for your neck.
And so, man, we don't, it's not a safe place. I would never tell a man it's a safe place. So you need to keep your head on. You need to go back to some rules that we should have and pay attention to one.
But you don't have a village. Your village, your people, your close people. Like, you don't have a close friend, like a one person that you can be raw with.
It varies from guy to guy. It just depends on also, how they see things, what they're comfortable with. But most guys that I know have at least that one person, but that they can talk to, but the talk can be different. Like Alston said, sometimes it's physical. It's let's go to the gym, or let's go play basketball. Let's go online. You play a game. Half of the time, the conversation, if you hear it, you might be like, "Oh, are those guys even friends?" But like I go online with my friends sometimes, and the way we greet each other,
exactly,
right?
It's can't see on the show.
Yeah, we can't see. But it releases a lot, and then you also, if you're friends, if you're close friends, they can kind of tell when, hey, yo, my boy kind of not feeling well right now. So our job in that sense is to bring you up. And that's how we do it, because there's still that sense of, as a guy, you also because life ain't easy. And dudes work hard. We do just like everybody else. We have our own things that we're thinking about, whether it's providing, being a dad, being this, being that, being strong, being seen by the community as someone that is worth something, having value in some kind of way or another. Expertise is important to us because we want to be able to be an expert in at least something that somebody can come and rely on you for.
Everything Marvio said so far is non-negotiable. For men, it's non-negotiable.
You have to be. So
there is that pressure of those 4 points you just bring up there. That is serious.
That's for real for us at all times, and it's all the time. So when you see us on, like, for example, for me, when I go online, my friends know, for example, if I haven't sent you a reel, or if I haven't been online for a while and then I come on, something is up. But we're not, because we are wired in this way, we also don't want to be a burden to our friends, because we also know our friends are also having that same list of things.
Okay.
So when we get together, we don't want to kind of down the moment or feel like we're down in the moment or feel like we're being a burden on that person, because we know this person is also dealing with something. So the way we communicate, depending on who you are, is different. My gaming friends, when we come online, I tell you, some stuff I can't say. But it's like, but it's all in jest. It's all in good fun. It's like, hey, how you doing? Or what you doing, by? And then we talk crap to each other the entire time.
Yeah.
So we're laughing. And in the middle of that, we're laughing. We're jesting with each other. We're doing all kinds of stuff like that. And that, by the end of it, you feel better. You come out, and then it won't be like, come on, buddy, you got this. That's kind of TV kind of stuff. Maybe somebody does have that.
Yeah.
And it depends on the situation. But when it comes like in a normal situation, it's more like just talking in a way that brings you up, makes you kind of forget your problems, or just reminds you like, yo, if it isn't you, who else gonna do it? You gotta do it. Like, come on, you got this, and half the time I cross we'll see you tomorrow. Like, hey, I don't want to hear you saying that you can't do something. You can do something. That's why we're friends.
Yes, interject.
Fourth wall.
What we fail to recognize is that even though mental health as a whole is a communal problem, is a human problem, not male, female problem, it's a human problem. How we attach it or how we tackle it is split unbalanced, split wrong. Because we try to tackle male mental health the same way we try to tackle female mental health.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, male mental health is very much based in biology. Female mental health is very much based in society, sociology. So females want to feel accepted, want to feel encouraged, want to feel loved. Men want to be strong. No matter how you put it, in order for a man to feel mentally satisfied, he has to biologically feel strong, biologically feel loved, whatever that means biologically. He has to feel that he is striving to become better, to become stronger. That is the difference. That is the main difference that we kind of just mix into each other. Men don't need to, you okay? No. Men need to be like, you know what? Come, let me go jog. Come, let me go play basketball. Come, let me go fight. Let me spar. Let me get that out of you.
It has to be tangible.
It has to reinforce capability.
Yeah, he says biological, right?
Yeah.
It's very logical for men. It's very logical. Your boy down for months. Yo, what's going on? Boy, making enough money. Logical. You make more money, you feel a little better. I should buy my car. Logical. Fix it, done. A woman has the ability to be emotionally safe and happy and have nothing. They're easier. They could be in the moment. But a man could have everything and in the moment not feel enough, not feel safe. It's really a different wiring. And with men, and that's why boys talk like that. Like a good like, hey, I love you, you're gonna be okay. From boys to boys could be like, I'll see you tomorrow, you're gonna still be away.
Yeah.
those sort of things, when you go fight, you telling me this, and when you fight, then you showing me some love.
Yeah.
But we have to continue to feed that testosterone and that energy, no matter what.
And so you're trying to say that.
That is why the oldest professional actor has never disappeared.
Anyway. And that's why it's important to also understand as a father that if you see a dad trying to not even just correct, but to encourage their son, or sometimes it might be even their daughter, it looks different. It looks way different from how a mom might do it. And sometimes it might look a little brutal, but it's not. It's because for us, we have this thing where we are always constantly reminded the world is not going to be kind to you. It's not going to tiptoe around you.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be able to show that you have some kind of capability. Yes, something happened. Hey, get up, dust it off, fix yourself up. Don't, you know, I was always taught, don't let anybody see you down. Don't cry in public. You know, just, if you got to do that, go to the shower so you don't realize whether it's your tears or the water. You know, is it healthy all the time? No. But there is a mechanism in there that helps us as men say, yo, I got kicked down, but at the end of, before the end of this, I'm going to achieve. And being able to achieve is something that is very important. And that's why we have to look at it, like Pete said, we do actually have to look at it in a way where, yes, it's a holistic problem, but there are specificities that are for
different approaches,
and for women. And when it comes to guys, we also have to give some kind of grace, but the grace is different.
Yeah.
Because
We got daughters that change our life forever. We can have boys and just keep going. You're going to be okay. You want me, you're going to be okay.
Right.
Yeah, girls changes.
Yeah.
I'm loving this conversation that we're having, but we're just gonna let us take a break, top up our drinks, and we'll be right back. Hi guys, so we're back. We have our top ups and our glasses. Everyone's feeling good?
Yes, ma'am.
The men are opening up to us halfway. We want them to get deeper to the core. Right?
I know if you want to go on the girl.
Halfway.
Careful when you say deeper.
And the men are opening up.
You will refer back to high school again.
Oh my gosh.
Don't do
Sharika has a question.
So my question is, after you've buddy up, let's just say buddy up, relieve your stress and all of this, how do you then go and attack or deal with the issue that you initially was having?
Okay, so there's don't kill me. You know, sometimes when girls talk, sometimes y'all just want somebody to listen. Anybody to solve the thing.
Yeah.
That's a big
Just hear it, right?
Majority of the time we already have it solved. We just want you to hear
Yeah.
us.
event.
Yes, we have the problem solved.
Okay, we'll jump into that
We'll
after.
come back to that
We'll come back to
later.
that after.
I had my problem solved.
From person to person. It varies from person to person.
But
Peter's
for
like,
guys,
what?
at some point, you're going to get a suggestive list of solutions. Either, especially depending on the relationship that you have with your friend, you know, hey, yo, try this. Sometimes it's something simple, like, hey, go to the gym. When you're in there, you'll figure something out, it'll come to you. The idea is that there's going to be an action behind it. If it's
It will stimulate your mind to now wander and then
to go. Because what happens a lot of times is, and that's where what Pete said to what Alston said to, a lot of the times is, it's about your capability. When we feel down, we don't feel capable. If you don't feel capable, you feel like you're letting everybody, including yourself, down. And more, you know, and there's a lot of guys that we derive value from being able to be useful.
But why do you put so much pressure on
Because
yourself with that?
Because society has done that.
That's all we here
The
for.
world tells us that.
That's what
Let me give you an
continue
example.
listening
I'll give
to
you-
society.
I will say another thing. Go back, like rewind what he started to say. We wouldn't even mention something unless we really needed it.
Needed. That's it. And even
Until we get to the point like, there's no way I could figure this out. That's the only way my boy will help.
that's it. And then this is the thing. So let me give you an
You don't
example. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're at a function. There's a bunch of chairs to move. There's one guy, 15 women. One woman goes and starts picking up the chairs. The rest of them, but what are you here for? As a guy, what are you here
I
for?
agree with that though. But
I get it.
But that's some women.
That's some.
but that's
But
what
there's going to be.
That's some women.
That's not sure.
But the point is.
You're going to get up and do the job, but you're going to wonder like, why are you helping?
But it's like 15 of us.
Wait, no.
Especially if I'm there and
When
it's
it
more
comes-
than us. Hello.
No, but wait.
That's
When it comes to physical strength, at the
Yes.
end, and when it comes to physical
But it
strength,
depends on-
women
if you're
expect,
gonna
and
say
it's
physical
not a
strength,
lie.
it depends on how heavy it
doesn't,
is.
and it's not a lie. Do not pretend that when you have something heavy to lift, that you don't expect your husband to move it.
and if you
Expect-
lift it, you're doing wrong things.
expect no.
Don't do that.
okay. No.
Wait, but
I guess
expectation of men.
maybe it's
We do.
different for
Let me get to it.
those
Let
of
me
us who was raised in a different way, because I would say, for example, I was raised in a way that you don't wait on anyone. The fan stopped working. I see my mom, even with a man in the house, she is fixing the fan. She's not expecting him to come and fix the fan. She fixed the fan because it needs to be fixed.
That's great.
The children are hot, and that's how I go. If I need a light bulb change, I'm not gonna go like, oh God, I need to go call a friend to come change my light bulb.
No, you get it done. That's not the point. That is not the point, though.
So my point. Wait.
Let Marvio get to his point. Let Marvio get to his point.
Guys, hold on. My point.
You have to throw that part in, right?
My point is that he's going to hear it or feel it at some point. Somebody in that room is going to say something, right? So we are raised from since we're very young. You have to be useful. That's what I said about being an expert. At some point, we want to be an expert in something.
Okay.
Right? So being useful, and this is the part, it's not that that's the only value that we get, but it's a major part. And it's an okay thing because at the end of the day, we like to say, okay, masculinity, and I really despise having to, that a lot of times when you hear masculinity, the first thing people think toxic. Because the truth of the matter is that masculinity is not toxic by nature. It is not, right? So untapped or sometimes untapped masculinity is toxic, but what we also have is that persons that don't know how to have any emotional intelligence, tied to masculinity, that can become toxic, right? So it's very important, and again, having emotional intelligence comes with being able to know how to not only manage but understand when to use your emotion, how to use your emotion. Sometimes you might feel angry. Best thing to do when you're angry is tell yourself, I'm angry. I did a whole thing about this, I think it was last year, for emotional intelligence, where when you're feeling something, say it to yourself out loud. The brain you will hear yourself, and your mind will start to look for ways to fix it. If you're annoyed, don't just keep the annoyance in you.
What does your body feel like?
Yeah, you say, I'm annoyed. Your mind is to say, okay, so what can I do to not be annoyed anymore? So tying back to the value thing. If we don't feel useful, if we don't feel capable, that's when you start seeing a guy kind of moping around, not knowing what to do. Because at the end of the day, we're all human.
So when you see guys on the road suffering from mental health, that's it. They don't fit into nowhere that they're useful. I know fellas who stop going home. Just stop going home. You understand? You lose your job, you're home, and you just stop going home because you can't face the family, mother, and all of them, and he ain't got a job, so you're faking it for 3 months.
And
this is what men do.
But you find that it's so bad that you can't speak to your person?
It's not about that, it's about
you understand why that is, though?
You know why?
Regardless of how you frame it, but society has evolved. Nature is the same. Our solution comes from, like I said, a biological imperative from nature. And women, God bless, are you earn all your rights, are you evolve, are you all of this? But go back to basic society. A man is supposed to protect, and supposed to guide their environment, their society.
That has never changed.
That has never changed, but society has now overlapped or evolved to a point where they don't necessarily need the assets that a man provides.
Because the woman them doing it now, Pete.
And because of machinery and all that stuff.
And it's a big man now.
Correct. So you have to marginalize the fact that men are needed.
Wait.
You have to marginalize the fact that men are needed to live stuff. Oh, I did myself now. All of that stuff, but we are biologically framed as humans, as male and female species, to interact with each other like that.
Yes.
If I see.
But can we not break the cycle?
Wait, hold on.
Can we not be able to have an open communication?
But that's when it comes back to emotional intelligence.
That's what I was trying to
Wait. So that's when it comes back to emotional intelligence.
This was fun though, the whole everybody at the same time.
This is what I was getting to. And see, I like that you said break the cycle. The thing is that it's not a vicious circle in this sense.
We also ain't complaining.
No, the thing is.
We good with this.
So let me line it up this way. Capability brings value, and what also brings value is being appreciated. Man, it's simple. That's why you can give us one compliment. Believe you me, there's some guy you gave a random regular compliment to, and it could have been the simplest thing, and for him that was
and we know it, or you're lying. Yeah, boy.
And he still remembers it, right? And then the thing is that this is how this break the cycle. The thing is that this is part of how society was built.
Yes.
Right. So, and there are certain things that work. There's still certain things that work, and we need to be able to just understand that. Maybe, yes, it doesn't work for everybody. Every guy is different. There's one guy that might be great with cars, the other one isn't. The other guy, but we all want to have something that we bring
to the table.
To, this
and
table.
The reality is, society expects it.
It's expected.
We are expected as men and women to contribute and
in specific ways.
And in very specific ways. And males are expected to contribute a lot more than females. And that is the truth.
And that, I understand that. And again, this is going back to society is telling us this. The old ways that was done before our great grandfather, are we going to continue using those ways to move us forward? Because remember, why? Because then I'm using an example. Wait, I'm using an example that you have two partners in the home. The gentleman is going through the biggest thing. He's going through his season, but bear in mind, sometimes men and women do it. We do not know how you say, be emotionally intelligent of our feelings and how we carry ourselves. So we can end up actually not purposely lashing out to our partners. But where
your partner can lash out to you.
Exactly.
This is the
where
part.
do we create a safe zone at home where we as couples can get there, unless we're just society tell us no, we're not supposed to tell our partners that we're struggling and that we're going this, we're feeling that I'm not making enough money, and the whole time your partner probably just like, I just want him to say,
I look pretty today.
I look pretty today.
Okay, well,
and that will make her happy. And that will make the whole household. I'm just as an example.
You ready? You're doing
Emotional,
I'm ready.
social, emotional.
No, fellas here, right?
Yes.
A man could have all the debt in the world, could have fellas out there want to kill him, could lose everything, but if he come home and home is peace made by the same woman, they say in that relationship.
Yep.
If woman just focus, if spouses or women that live together with a man, if they understand, hold on, but that's something you just
make your point quick. Make your point quick.
Just like you said, the grandparents, those roles is what kept society together, and we have thrown away those roles. So my grandfather could do whatever he did in his day, but he came home, and no matter what, she didn't care. Her first thing was not, I wonder if you're going to tell me I look pretty now.
Yeah.
Her first thing was, let me make sure this man walking.
And the house as well, yes.
Place in the world.
Yes.
Any woman give a man that, you will get the most out of your man, no matter what's going on. And that is a fact.
So I will disregard all of the things that he's done. All of the other. Wait, but I'm asking a question. I didn't say that you said. I asked the question because you said he will do whatever he's outside doing. When he comes out with,
I said work.
He meant work.
Okay, cool. I am asking a question because we're talking about back in the day. This is also realities of back in the day. So, fair enough. Outside doing whatever. But he outside doing what he's doing. Pause. Grandchild of a man who had God knows how many children, because we actually don't know how many children he had. So fair. Wait. But let me.
Hello, you had your turn. Wait.
So he outside doing whatever he's doing. We disregard, or they disregarded. When he came home, we want to create peace. But the accessibility of what you could do back then was also different than it is today. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open to being wrong.
I think you're right.
Okay, then correct me, please.
I think you're wrong with the accessibility thing.
I have a question.
Life then was not life now.
Ask your question.
I have a question.
Based on no business?
No.
What I do?
Are you good?
No business. So you said that men just want to come home.
Not just, but that is what
they want. Peace. They want peace. Home is peace. Should be peace. Okay, and so suppose you are provided that peace when you come home. The peace. yet you're not verbalizing what's going on. So that peace that the home is peaceful. There's nothing. Home is peaceful. The issue is outside.
And all is well.
No, it's not.
That is not true.
That is not true.
There are men who didn't
I want to
out of your own words.
Listen.
Your own words. Wait. A man lost his job and did not go home forever. Home was peaceful. He didn't reach home though.
That man here had no woman home. First of all. Secondly, understand this. Men do not look to their women to solve their problems.
Agreed.
My problems is mine and your problems is mine too. If you tell
I get that. I understand
So,
that.
but
I
we
understand
a
that.
man will go to work every day, will grind, will hustle. If home is peace, that's all he needs because I got a refresher every day. Every day I get to start over and I leave the house fed, feeling good, and I could beat up the world the next day again. I can't do that if I come home to
But what if you can't separate? What if you cannot
that man is not handling
separate?
himself well. That man need other men to tell him handle your
Okay,
stuff
that's all I want to
Please.
say.
Can I jump in here?
That's all I want to
Jump in.
All right.
Seriously.
Things
Now
get
go back.
So, one, on the foundation of things, the old traditional ways and what can be. There are certain things that are from the olden days that are traditional, that are part of foundation that can be kept. Is there
course.
something that can be, are there things that can be cut out?
Yeah,
Of course.
sure.
That's our
Exactly.
evolution, that's our
Listen,
understanding. This whole thing about coming home to peace, peace is a two-way street. right?
Agreed.
So, but the thing is that a lot of the times there is none because what happens is that we have conversations to win instead of understanding. So if we have conversations to understand and truly understand each other and understand that, okay, yes, this, I like to tell people all the time, it's something I say.
You go open up box now.
It's something that I say for fun, but I like to tell people I'm tall, taller than some, but we live on the same planet with two different worlds. So the things that I find danger in aren't the same things that you find danger in.
Agreed.
For me, ceiling fans are a problem. Right?
Living on the edge.
Anytime he walks into a room with a ceiling
No
fan.
problem.
Understood.
But it's to put perspective that we are on the same planet, but there are certain views, certain things that are more concerning to this person than it is to the person. If you're with your partner, you're with someone you care for, having these conversations, always remember who you're talking to. In a sense of this is the person that you chose. This is the person that you both chose. This is the person that, when you win, I win. This is the person. Yes, we're all human. We're gonna have moments of flaring and all of that. And a lot of times, I like to believe that it's not the person, it's the problem.
Yeah.
And if you come at it with that kind of
Energy.
understanding, that kind of energy, then the peace can be there even when there are issues outside. Now, from a man's perspective, this is what we're talking about today. From a man's perspective, the world is beating us up every day. Every day. We go outside, and it might be, it might even be the guy who you see, he's making a lot of money, so he's driving a nice car. He also has these issues because there is a thing that he has to keep up, right?
Yeah,
it might not be that it's easy to keep it up, but he knows that this is what brings me respect. This is what gets me into the door. I need to continue doing this. Well, I think what we have a misconception is that the peace has to be created by the lady at the house, right? It's not that. It's
Well, I
not,
don't agree with you completely. With that.
no, it's
If
not.
you have a house, if a man and woman have a
Let
house,
him finish. Let him finish. You don't get your turn though.
tell him I disagree with him.
No, we want to hear what you have to say. And then we want to hear what you have
That's
to say.
fine. That's
And your
fine.
turn.
Again, to each their own, right? So the thing is that if, especially we're talking about today, we each have our role. We're a team. On a team, if I play basketball, I have my role. If this person has their role, but together we make this, we score. So coming home, I'm going to do my best to keep whatever is beating me up outside.
Outside.
Exactly.
Right? So when I come home, I want to see you, I want to touch you, I want to say, hey baby, how you doing? Blah,
I don't
blah,
want to
blah.
talk about it.
No, and if you have to, we're going to talk about it in a way where, is there a solution? Yes? Is there something that I can help with? No, you know what? We'll tackle that another day. For now, let's just focus on us being together and doing so. Because also, if you have children, that energy
Needs to.
Transfer.
is transferred. They see it, they know it, right?
Exactly.
So we have to. I think what we have to do is kind of learn how to categorize and package things in ways that's more healthy. If we're doing it with guys. Yeah, if we're doing it with guys, for guys that does so much, like it makes such a big difference, right? If we can just categorize, things have to be in boxes. They have to be in ways where
I have boxes.
Somebody told me that.
Doctor told me that
Yeah.
men have
Compartmentalized.
compartmentalized things.
Very well. There's a comedian. Forgive me.
And the cat button.
There's a comedian
Then I am a man.
that he really like.
You're not really.
He put this together in a way that you can visualize it. I wish I had the video now, but he said, a guy, boxes, compartmentalization. This goes here, this goes there, this goes there. The boxes never touch.
Yeah.
They never touch.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember what
And a woman.
And the woman. So it goes from, because I wore my yellow socks, my guy don't want to touch my
exactly
hair.
how I
And because he ain't touching my hair, that's when he ain't open my door today. So it's like, what? But we have to understand, again, but if we understand each other, if I understand that this is how you deal with things, and if women understood, this is how, not guys, don't paint us all with a broad brush.
My partner.
This is how my partner, this is how my friend, this is how my brother, this is how my uncle, whoever it is, this is how they deal with these things. This is how I can help. Sometimes we don't even need you to say a thing. No, just sit there. Just like you just want us to listen. Sometimes just sit there.
But then you don't listen either way. You still want to bring on the solution for us. We're saying you would disagree with what Mario was saying.
I was just disagreeing with one part Mario said about that, in the man-woman home, whose role it is about peace. I think, as it was then, now there's a reason the women are better at being a home builder. And if man does their job, which is provide everything she needs
to build the house,
to keep that house peaceful and a place of peace, that's all he needs to do. Other than don't come up and be screaming at trust me, if a woman has everything she needs to create a peaceful home, then we are in line with what the world needs to do. And any man leaving the house, leaving like a king in the morning, might come back beat up. But he knows, hey, listen, this job killing me, but listen, at 5:15 I gonna walk in and I gonna be the king of this castle. That is what I was referring to.
While I hear you with roles, in this day and age, you have a two-parent home that can barely make ends meet.
That's a different situation.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
In this day and age, you cannot live off of one income alone.
You cannot.
If you could, that's something else. And if you are able to provide something, that is something else. But then the roles change automatically.
They do. They do.
So in that situation,
they mustn't switch.
But in that situation, in this day and age, you are expecting me to use half of what you can bring also half, and also help create this and build this home that you are also not in, or I am not in all day, to be able to create this.
And to keep it peaceful for you.
And to keep it peaceful.
Meanwhile, I'm also being beaten up.
How
by
is
the
it
world.
not an excuse? Or what do you mean by it's not an excuse?
If
Because
the family makes $10,000 a month, there's a certain level of provision the man could do and a certain level of peace the woman could do. If they make $1,000 a month, what I mean, we ain't gonna be peaceful, you gonna stop providing? You gotta keep working, use a partnership. And the point of the partnership is to make this family keep going. And in that case,
so peace is based,
but it's also
so it's not in the. So you're not really talking about the traditional sense, traditional, where you bring in the bacon, we cook it.
No, I wasn't saying that.
I'm just asking because you said peace. I am just trying to figure out what you mean by peace.
I can link it back to that because in the traditional sense, if we are doing what we need to do and we're not providing enough, guess what will happen? The man has to go out further to hunt. The man has to go even different locations for extended amount of time to stay away from the home to ensure that he can bring back enough.
Yes.
In this day and age, what that means? That means that I have to become an expat. That means that I have to have more than one job. That means that I have to train myself further, to develop myself further. What does that mean for the woman? That means that you have to support me to be able to do that.
While I agree.
And we
How
agree with
you
you. We
expect
agree with
this?
you.
So, I'm not
That support
disagreeing.
comes in the package of peace.
But
Because I would
what
rather I
is
get
peace
beat
to
up.
you? Is peace to you the same as peace to him? Is peace to you as
That
same as
doesn't
him?
There's
matter.
some lines.
That
There's
doesn't matter.
there's
It
some
has to
lines.
be.
But you gotta figure out
In
yours.
accordance with your
Right.
partner.
Figure out yours.
And but that's where our conversation comes from. That's having that conversation with each other and understanding.
I'm gonna conversate like women want to conversate. My wife would come home from work and could sit there and say, babe, I could tell you something cool. I know this is 25 minutes of work. She has to leave off.
Yes.
Man will come home from 15 minutes of nonsense at a job and don't want to speak about it. Because speaking about it
Reminds you
relives
about
the
you.
situation.
Yeah.
Remember fight and flight. When those things happen, we get aggressive now. We
Can,
show it,
yes.
but inside
biologically we do.
here, no, inside
Not
here,
everybody.
we get aggressive.
But I hear you.
Inside here, we know what the action is, and we decide we can't do that because we're the people in the country. Stop. But we go home with our energy and we leave it at the gate.
We at least try to.
in the
Well,
car.
some do.
So when a woman
Some.
says, "Tell me what's wrong," nothing. I'm not thinking about nothing. You know, we really not thinking about nothing.
No, but let's just for example say,
Until we
if
break
your
it up.
partner knows you and they know how you are,
can
how your
sense.
energy is, and you come up and your energy is off, I want to know.
Okay, so
Who out there? I want to go. Should we set a sniper up? Should I go outside? Do we have to dig a hole together?
Exactly.
Production is trying to say something. Hold on.
That
Please.
is exactly where it goes wrong because you're saying if your partner knows you, but all your partner doing is framing you in relation to society. What do you know from society?
So
What do you know from you?
I'll say this.
I am more talking about
I want to hear what
personally.
Marvio has to
Yeah.
say.
I think
Sure, we go on to hear what Marvio has to say.
I believe that one thing that we should definitely take away from this is that life is more like a Venn diagram than it is a graph, right? We are a Venn diagram. There's some parts that overlap.
Wait.
There's certain parts that
For those of us that forget what a Venn diagram is,
the rectangle with the circles that overlap each other.
Yeah.
I forgot for a second. I'm gonna be
Is everybody looking at her like,
asking the same question, okay?
she was like, those are
George School. What is a Venn diagram? What are we talking about?
Academy, though.
Like,
that's why I know the name. Not everybody ain't going to
I'm
know
like, what is a Venn diagram? Say it in Dutch.
Oh Lord. But so if we take things in that kind of perspective, we'll understand that each of us has certain things that are unique to ourselves, and then there's certain things that
Universal.
overlap, right? So even with men and women, we have things that are universal, and there are things that are unique to ourselves, and there's certain things that overlap. And since it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, in this sense, what we need to understand is to remember that every man is different. His pieces might not be my piece, his piece might not be my piece. Peace doesn't also just come from someone making the peace.
Comes from within?
For me, yeah, it comes from within. For us, that peace can come.
Alston is like, no.
Wait.
Come from home.
For some of us, that peace might come from intimacy. That peace might come from being able to just have somebody hold you. It might be from somebody telling you you did a good job. Might be
No, you can
coming
make that your
home
peace.
to having a meal. That might be let's go out and have a meal. Let's go hang out with the kids. Whatever it is, there is for each of us something that works. And I believe that what we need to do, especially in these days, is to understand that yes, there's two-parent homes that can't make ends meet,
Yes.
and that brings struggles. With those struggles, there's going to be moments of pure frustration on both ends. The peace at home doesn't mean that only the woman has to do it. The peace at home, in my perspective, is that we understand outside is outside,
Yeah.
and we understand that in here we're a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In here, when you win, I
We win.
Right.
If you're losing, I'm losing.
We're losing,
Now,
yeah.
each partner might be different. Like you said, if I see your energy, you might want to come and talk about it. For a lot of guys, we do really think about nothing, right? Because that resets us. That resets us. There's too much to think about out there, and especially that resets us. So sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's just sit there, make us laugh. You might know your person, whatever it is that works for that. I think that what we need to really get back to is understanding the team aspect of things. I see
agree
over
with
and
you.
over in content, I see over and over in things, and there's a lot of misandry. there's a lot of just splitting the line and saying
Disconnect.
this side or that side, or it's just women or it's just men.
Yeah.
When really at the end of the day, legacy is built like both.
Both, yeah.
None of us can do it all
Without
by
the
It's
others.
also destroyed by those two people.
Right, yeah.
Let's point out.
Yeah, of course. So we need to understand that if we don't have this kind of unity that actually is working towards making something work, we're always going to be in a point where men's mental health gets nowhere. Why? And why don't men talk, like you said at the beginning, it's like not really a lot of people are talking about it. Guys don't talk about it because really and truly we don't think anybody cares. And we're reminded by it all the time.
Some of us care.
Some,
You know, like,
Majority.
We
Society.
don't really care.
men feel
That's also the bad thing is that I can go outside right now and tell a dude, yo, you know it's mental health. You're like, what? Fine. Exactly. So
there's some pride
there's some
stuff.
pride,
Yeah.
So, but we need not to say that we shouldn't bring it out and let people understand, but I really do believe that what we need to do is instead of just waiting for June, instead of just
We
saying,
talk about
okay,
it all
you
year
know,
round.
not only just talk about it, just understand it. Because for us, it's not just talking about it; it's just understand it.
Because y'all don't talk.
Yeah, but it works.
But we understand.
When we understand.
So
I can see. Let me say it this way.
So what I'm gathering is that we just need to sit together, don't say nothing, and then afterwards, after we said nothing together, I make sure that you eat.
It has to be naked.
And be naked.
That helps.
After being naked together, I make sure. I just asking. I just trying to
In all serious, we try to understand what would be the best way.
Know your man. Know what he likes. Do.
He likes us to be naked apart.
If that's, if that's what works, that what works.
So I don't know why.
Yeah, but if that's what works for you, right? But just know what works and do that thing.
Let me get him a practical way to do that.
That thing.
You
Or
have
to
a man,
understand it.
You have a partner, it's men's mental health, so that's why I'm talking about a man. Look over time seriously. You're not going to get what the man pieces by asking him.
No.
That is actually
Counter-interactive, which does not
so don't
make
ask
Do
sense.
not ask.
Should you
when
write
you're
me a
around
letter?
What about
somebody-
what making
Hold on.
sense?
When you're around
You gonna
somebody-
write me a letter so I can?
Well, how does it work?
I didn't ask you. I'm trying to
Do
figure
you
it
know how
out.
a peaceful man looks? A peaceful man looks like this.
You just want us to observe it. Shut up.
Check what happens to make your man get that relaxed. That he gets that relaxed. And 15 minutes after, he's like, hey babe, how your day was?
Right, that's-
Watch.
Sports.
That is like a fact. If a man is really peaceful, then he wants to talk to his woman.
Yeah.
He wants to talk to his woman. So whatever it is gets him to that point. It might be food when he reach out. It might be him not having to think about work.
Some good call.
But you would know. You
I'm
would
gonna
know
go.
better. You would know better than anybody. If you pay attention, you would know better than anyone. Like some women still after 15 years will come on and be like, talk about what? No? I mean, because you got it here, but you got it here.
In there. Okay.
Okay.
It's here, and you'll see what
So
it is.
you're saying observe the man, don't ask.
Observe. I mean, it's yours, right?
No,
Read the manual.
but what manual? That is the
To
problem.
answer your question, like I said, with
And they say
observation,
women are difficult.
with
And the truth is, be
observation,
simple.
yeah, we're simple. With observation,
Simple.
every man has his own simplicities. You have no idea.
But simple.
That is simple.
Yes.
Super.
Okay, so again, boxes, right? You have a ball of yarn. We have boxes.
You got happy
Boxes
boxes.
don't-
I have boxes.
That's the
okay.
difference.
with yarn.
Every man has a happy
I
box.
have boxes.
Every man have a happy
I like
box.
things
And you know, should the ones in his
separate.
house.
So
to make
look,
sense to me.
Walk around naked. Okay, understood.
Okay, so walk around naked. That's
No, that was
important.
that was-
That's
It's a
an
joke, it's a
important
joke.
thing, though.
It's real, but that was like
Okay.
exaggeration.
All right. So we are. So we're here at the end of our show, and
And
we
we've
got
only asked the one question.
And that was one question, and we just went from there. I feel like we should talk more about this.
sure.
Say that you wanna have,
I'm
you
ready
know.
for another episode.
You could come back in 2 weeks.
We
We come back in 2 weeks.
She set it. We're doing it. Done.
bang
What is?
more this.
Oh, what
Wow.
happened?
Should we go?
No, but we brought both of you back. That says something about what we think
right.
about you.
So we will continue this conversation where we can get even more deeper because I feel like we just scratched
Touching the
surface.
surface.
And I feel like we won't get that deep.
We didn't get to talk about that.
We ain't talk about nothing.
Box.
We stayed in the box.
Happy box.
Because you guys still don't understand.
Yeah.
No, but it can work.
But
With the next show, this was like in a movie. It's the introduction.
We just
Then
give
this is the origin
step
story,
one.
and then
Okay,
bomb.
then back. All right. So we appreciate you guys for coming, and we would love to see you again in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't wait to have you guys back.
Can you do
No,
one
because
favor?
I want to.
Listen, can you do one favor? I
Don't
think
change my
you're
own light
single,
bulb?
right? You're single, right?
Yes.
But if you wasn't single, right? Anybody here not single, even if you could change the light bulb, ask the man, hey, babe, you in home? How do you change the light bulb? Just
Pretend.
make him feel
Oh, he's gonna be excited.
useful.
It's gonna be very
can't-
Are we single?
And the
Who we asking?
If are you single, don't ask nobody. But
It's okay. I know. We got to do ourselves.
because emasculating men is a major
No.
is a
I
major
know that
part
trick.
of men's mental health.
I don't open the cans at home. I be like, oh my god, it's too tight. Can you help me?
Taking your car to the garage and didn't tell your man your car had a problem is emasculating him. Hiring people to do anything in the house without asking him first emasculates him. And that's a negative on his mental health because
doesn't feel
what this woman couldn't
know?
even ask me that.
Okay.
It doesn't feel capable.
I ain't worth nothing.
Okay.
She got man in the house and she using the man in the house.
Okay.
Okay.
But we understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
And
We
we're
do.
gonna take that not even only into consideration, we're gonna put it into practice.
I appreciate
All
that.
month,
All into
Not
practice.
all month. We're going to put it into practice. We are promoting healthy relationships and understanding your man, understanding the what pulls on his happy box, understanding and observing him, and not asking too many questions.
Not too many
Pay
questions.
attention, lady, because that's all they're really asking us to do. Pay
Watch out for the
attention.
relaxation side. So
Yeah,
then
let him
what makes him
no,
relax.
No, but they were very clear. Pay attention to what tugs on his happy box. Give him that moment to come in and relax. Don't ask him any questions out of the gate because that's where
It goes wrong.
it can start. It can start going wrong. But the most important takeaway, I think, is understand the person that you have in front of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Try to really pay attention to his needs and his wants, and play into it, and lean very heavily in making him feel useful in the home,
And want
We'll
it.
do the same.
and he will do the same.
Yes.
Talk to understand that both of you are different. You all have wants and needs, and it can be done in a mutual way.
Yes, Sharika, you here? So make him feel
We're
wanted.
having
Tight lip.
Make him feel wanted. Okay, with that being said,
No,
we would like to end the show.
Right.
Again, Glenda.
Brenda, huh?
Who's Brenda? And why is Brenda calling my
When it does Spanish
name?
news on News Desk. Find News Desk.
Island time.
Can
SXM
Glenda
Island
as
time.
well tell us again of our socials where you can reach out to us if you have to join our conversations.
And we're going to have these men here again. Please send your questions that you want to ask these really great guys
like that
that
would
joined
explain it.
us to help us understand men. So, socials.
So, guys, if you want to catch Spanish news, Island Time,
SXM Island time.
SXM Island Time, if you want to catch some other regular news desk on social media. You know, Raw Caribbean also carries the news desk, so feel free to check them out on YouTube. For our social media, Moms in Paradise, we have Moms in Paradise podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and on YouTube and Spotify.
Spotify.
Thank you, guys. You can find us there if you want to catch the full episodes that you've missed. We're now on number 22, so you have 21 episodes to catch up on. We're on YouTube and Spotify. You can catch up on all of that. If you want to join the community, just be aware of when we have new episodes out, because mom doing mom things, sometimes we run a little late, but we get there. So definitely check out our social media on Instagram and Facebook to see when we have new episodes out. Thank you to the guys for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Cooks and Alston Lawrence. Alston is also part of News Desk and also part of Great Bay Media, like George had mentioned, as well as Everybody Husband on a Sunday.
Thank you, Pete.
No, that's emasculating. He don't like that, no. Because he's all the arguments.
Can we end? Can we end? Can we end?
All right, so that brings us to the very end. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for joining our conversation. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.